Hi everyone, in this video we're going to continue to review some of the operations that you may need to use with fractions in this chapter. So let's go ahead and finish up this foldable. This last section here we're converting an improper fraction to a mixed number. So remember, an improper fraction is when you have something like this. The numerator, remember the top part, is larger than the denominator. And you never want to leave a final answer improper. And so you would need to go ahead and convert that into a mixed number. A mixed number looks more like this, where you have the whole number and then a fraction next to it. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking improper fractions and changing them to mixed numbers. So the steps we're told to use is step 1, divide the numerator by the denominator. So we're going to divide. We used Tybo earlier in the year to change a fraction into a decimal. That method still helps us with converting to mixed numbers. We can still do top in, bottom out. So I'm going to write that over here. Top number is 13, 6 is the bottom number. And so I'm trying to figure out how many times will 6 go into 13. 6 will go into 13 twice. So we're going to write down the whole number. So we know that our whole number is 2. And then we're supposed to write down any remainder over the denominator. So we need to find our remainder. We divided 6 into 13. It went 2 times. I'm going to subtract and get 1. So my remainder is 1. And so this 1 becomes the numerator in the mixed number. So this 1 I'm going to write over the denominator I started with. All right, so let's review what we did before. We just rewrote this as Tybo. So top number was 13, bottom number was 6. We divide it like we normally would. 6 will go into 13 2 times. We subtracted 12 and got 1. And here's where we stop. We don't add a decimal and keep going because we want this to be a fraction. So this right here, this number here, the remainder became the numerator. And where did we get the 6? It's the same denominator we started with. Where did we get the whole number? It's what we got when we divide it. All right. Some people may like to write it in this form. So what you're doing here is the 1 is going on top, and then the 6, or the 6 here, goes on bottom. So 2 and 1, 6. All right, let's try it again. You have 22 over 4. So first thing I want to do is divide top in, bottom out. So the bottom number is 4, top number is 22. How many times will 4 go into 22? 5 times. So remember, 5 becomes the whole number. 5 times 4 is 20. When I subtract 20, I get 2. 2 becomes the numerator. So that goes on top. And then where do I get this denominator? It's the 4, the same one I started with. All right, like any problem that has a fraction, I always want to simplify it before I'm done. So I notice right here that 2/4 can be simplified. These are both divisible by 2. So I need to go ahead and do that. And then this 2 doesn't affect the whole number. So the whole number is still a 5, but 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2. My final answer here is 5 and 1/2. Final answer in the first one was 2 and 1/6. And then I'm going to try one more just because I feel like it's good practice. So let's say we started with 24 over, how about 5? No, yeah, how about 5? So 24 over 5, I'm going to divide 5 into 24. 5 will go into 24 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. All right, so remember the 4, it'll go 4 times. That becomes my whole number. When I subtract and get a remainder of 4, the 4 becomes the numerator. So that goes up here. And then where do I get the denominator? I keep the same denominator I started with, the 5. So 4 and 4/5. Again, Tybo, you're just dividing top in, bottom out. The whole number is what you get when you divide. It's part of your quotient. And then the remainder becomes your numerator. You keep the same denominator. All right? So that's converting improper fractions to mixed numbers. See you soon.